What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Luke for Prez, back with yet another video for you guys. And today I have an update on a previous video that I made regarding a conversation I had with a Facebook ads representative. This person gave me different suggestions as far as optimizing my Facebook ads. If you have not seen that video yet, I suggest you check it out before watching this one. I will link to it in the description and the little box thing. It will provide you with added context. But if you have already seen it, or if you're too lazy to watch that one, totally get it. I'll give you a little refresher on what the previous video was about. Basically, I spoke to a Facebook ads representative for about 45 minutes regarding different ways I could optimize my Facebook ads. I've spoken in the past about how I've had a very difficult time getting cold traffic prospecting campaigns to be profitable. However, I have had success with retargeting campaigns. So my main objective was to figure out what I was doing wrong with the cold traffic prospecting in order to get more beat sales to my website. The Facebook ads rep had a number of suggestions that I thought sounded really interesting and made sense to me, different things that I hadn't tried or even just little tweaks to my campaign that I hadn't considered. But perhaps the biggest change that he suggested was upping the budget of each ad set to $25 a day, which was by far the most I've ever spent per day on Facebook ads. So while that was a bit intimidating, I was willing to give it a try because I had never done it before, and he said that in order for a campaign to be successful, you have to spend a minimum of $25 per ad set per day. I had a follow-up call scheduled with him for 2 weeks, so that was the time frame. We let it run for 2 weeks, see how it happens, and then optimize it further from there. So I said, let's do it. Well, the 2 weeks have gone by. I've had the follow-up call with the ads rep, and the results are in. And let me tell you, whoo, they are nothing short of disastrous. Yeah, I mean, damn, I don't even know where to begin. Well, I mean, actually, I do know where to begin. Let's begin with the obvious. What are the numbers? Break it down. Well, in the 2 week span that the new campaigns were running, the ads generated a grand total of 5 sales, and I spent a total of over $1,000 in that 2 week span.
Why? Why is this happening to me? Why?
So, I lost me some money on that. Needless to say, I was extremely frustrated going into this follow-up call. I shut off all the ads after I hit the 2 week mark. I really should have done it probably before that, but I wanted to give it the full 2 weeks and be 100% on point with what the suggestions were given to give myself the best chance of being successful. So obviously not ideal. And I was very curious to hear what the Facebook ads rep's response or reaction would be to these results. And he was just as surprised and confounded as I was. We went over the campaigns in detail, analyzing exactly what I had done, and he determined that I did indeed follow his directions pretty much to the T, and he's just at a total loss for why the ads weren't working. In fact, he said that he has had experience working with other music producers in the past, and they have seen better results than I got, even though their ads weren't as good or well designed as mine. So that's like doubly frustrating and confusing. He did give me additional suggestions, different audiences that I could try instead of the ones that I had been using these past 2 weeks. But honestly, at this point, I'm very hesitant to throw more money at this thing because some of the suggestions that he gave me, I have tried in the past. One thing that he said was, to target website purchasers over the past 30 days, which the Facebook pixel tracks. I've done that before. Didn't have any better results. He said to do a lookalike audience of everyone that's added a beat to the cart, not necessarily purchase, but just to add to carts. I've done that before. Same thing. So the only difference is when I tried those things previously, I didn't have the budget as high as $25 a day. So maybe, I would have better results with that. But coming off such a huge L, I'm probably going to take my time before I dive back into Facebook ads to that degree. Having said that, as I mentioned before, my retargeting campaigns have always been good. I've always gotten consistent sales with those in a profitable way. So I'm definitely going to keep my retargeting Facebook ads campaign running, but I'm bringing the budget back down to, $4 or $5 a day as opposed to the 25, because I actually checked the numbers, and the previous 2 weeks before this new experiment were significantly more profitable for my retargeting campaign with just a fraction of the daily budget. So, I literally just lit money on fire like I was a refugee and my country's economy tanked and inflation was super high and I needed to burn money to create a fire. You know what I'm saying? To stay warm and not freeze to death. It was literally that degree of waste. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, it is what it is. I was frustrated, I was upset, even though, as I said, I come from a sales background and I'm really good at picking out when people are trying to finesse me. I felt like I got, but the more I thought about it, the less angry I got and less frustrated I got, because look, I'm sure Facebook's objective is to get me to spend more money on their platform, right? Of course, that's what they're trying to do. But if I'm not seeing results, if my ads aren't profitable, I'm not going to be spending money on the platform for very long. So it's not only in my best interest to have profitable ads, it's definitely in their best interest to give me the best information to try to have profitable ads so I continue spending money on their platform going forward. So I don't think he was trying to purposefully waste my money. I think the information that he provided me with initially is accurate and may be more effective in different niches, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work for me in a profitable manner at this time. So I'm still kind of marinating on the additional suggestions that he gave in the follow-up call as to different audiences to target. Like I said, I'll probably wait a little bit before I dive back in there, just because, that was pretty demoralizing. Don't feel too bad for me, because despite this crazy L I took with these Facebook ads, April 2020 was actually the highest revenue and highest profit month of my beat business to date. So, that's great. And that kind of softened the blow of this Facebook debacle that I experienced. But on the other hand, it's really frustrating to think about how much more profitable the month could have been had I avoided this tragedy. You know what? It is what it is. And I think at the end of the day, this can serve as a good lesson for everyone out there. If you're building a business, if you're trying to be a music producer specifically, there's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be obstacles that you're going to be forced to overcome. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be losses. You're going to spend more money than you make at first, especially. You have to be prepared for these moments and understand how to respond to them and stay positive and keep going and stay focused, because every failure that you experience, every loss that you take gets you one step closer to a victory.
I know I'm gonna get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got though.
That's just how you have to look at it. That's how I look at it. So I'm not crying over this experience. As everything in life, this just serves as another learning experience. And that's the one thing that I hope everyone can take away from these videos that I've made about this particular subject. You gotta just keep going. And that's really it. The obstacles are gonna come, the L's are gonna come. It's not about that, it's about how you respond to those. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically it. That's my update. As I've said since I started making these videos on this channel, Google Ads, man. Google Ads is where it's at. That's where probably 80 to 85% of my sales come from. Google Ads. If you haven't seen the videos I've made on Google Ads, watch those. I've had way better success with Google Ads than Facebook ads. And that continues, since I've started, that's been the case. So check those out. I highly recommend you look into that. I still think to this day, producers are not taking full advantage of that to sell more beats. So that's all I got. Let me know in the comments if you have had similar experiences with Facebook ads. If you think there's something that I overlooked that maybe I can try with a future campaign to get better results. If you've experienced better results, I'm very interested to hear about that. Let's try to add some value to the producer community as best we can. And the best way to do that is collectively. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I appreciate the time. Please like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.